She, as far as she knows, food falls from the fucking sky, and all she does to deserve it is be the most adorable thing that ever lived, and that's just how things are going to be, and she doesn't understand why anybody else would have a problem with that. And I get it. I totally get it.
She's like, are you fucking hearing this? You hearing this, bitch? Wait. Then who's Ray? Who's she related to?
No one.
Depends on which movie you're talking about.
We thought. We thought that she was. Okay.
According to the 7 and 8.
In my head canon, Ray's not related to anybody.
Okay.
Let's just put it that way. And fuck everybody who's listening to the podcast who cares about Ray's parentage, okay? Fuck off with that. Episode 8 is the best Star Wars movie, and I'll die on that hill.
Alright, according to
Fuck our audience.
What the fuck was... Oh, according to movie 7 and 8, she's not related to anybody important, but I haven't seen 9, so apparently she's related to
Honestly,
someone.
the thing is that I could spoil episode 9 and tell you who she's related to, but you haven't seen enough Star Wars to even know.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I thought...
Don't bother.
Also, it's fucking stupid.
Okay.
I saw 7.
She related to Yoda?
Wait, you saw number 7?
Wait, which one is okay, they came out in the right order, right? They didn't come out in backwards order?
7, 8, 9.
Okay, yes. Yes.
How did you see number 7 and not know that Kylo Ren was Han Solo's son? Do you know who Han Solo is?
I know who Han Solo is. Wait, what's 7 then? Which one is 7?
7 is the one where... how do I describe it?
What's her name?
It's like the introduction to Rey, right?
Yeah, it's where Finn and Rey meet on the desert planet, and they're running around, and they go to a forest planet, and Kylo Ren abducts Rey, and then he, like, mind tortures her, and Poe is there.
Yeah.
And, okay, yeah, so something got lost in translation because,
Isn't that also the one where Han Solo dies?
Yeah, it's the one where Kylo Ren murders his father, Han Solo, via lightsaber.
I guess I just didn't care enough to remember.
Honestly, I get it. I mean, I'm not, like, I totally understand.
I know who Han
Via
Solo
lightsaber.
is.
Compared to what? Just about only one weapon in that whole series?
Well, I guess he could have, like, force choked him.
Don't they have, like, guns? Like those guys?
That's kinky.
Blasters. He force choked his dad to death.
Oh my
His
god.
daddy! He forced his daddy!
Emily, no! Stop!
I think...
Next question!
Blasters.
Yeah.
But Kylo Ren does, well... Never mind.
Wait!
What?
I saw that one, and at the end of it, Rey meets up with Luke. And so I thought the implication...
Yes.
Oh, yes. You're right. Sorry, you're right.
Don't you fucking gaslight
I'm
me.
sorry. It's been a long time since I saw
I'm kidding. At the end, she meets up with Luke, so I thought the implication was that they're related. But
There was a lot of contention when all of those movies were coming out as to, like, fan theories of, like, who is she related to? Is she related to anyone? Who, you know, exactly. So, like, I would say that the intent was to have you wondering who is she related to.
I would like to know who she's related to.
Emperor Palpatine.
Wasn't he evil?
Yup.
Was he? I thought, was he human?
He was a Sith.
What the fuck is the Sith?
You know, this is where we get to the point where I don't know enough about Star Wars to be properly explaining things.
Was that not a human?
The Sith is the evil equivalent of a Jedi, so I guess they're human? I think they're human? I don't know, are Jedi human?
I don't know.
If Jedi are human, then Sith are human.
Okay.
But it's basically like, it's an evil Jedi, is a Sith.
Oh. So it's just... I see. It's just the same thing as Luke, I am your father.
Even more so because the reason that Darth Vader was evil was because Emperor Palpatine was pulling his strings.
I see. So it's like, instead of, like, being, like, a demon is your father, the devil is your father.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
But less cool.
Okay.
Also, he's still alive, even though he died in episode 3.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry, not 3. I'm sorry, he died in 6.
This isn't
Episode
anime. You're not allowed to do that.
Apparently it is.
I hate this.
That movie is so bad. I was so disappointed walking out of the theater. I was like, this was garbage. I was so upset. And, like, not to get off on my high horse, but, like, me and Jenny Nicholson are on the same wavelength here, because the story of, like, Kylo Ren, he is a part of the monarchy, right? He is, and Star Wars fans are, like, strangely dynastic. They're like, everyone has to be related to everyone. But the point is that the Force doesn't care who you're related to. It's not genetic. You know, anybody can use it. And so, or, like, theoretically, anybody can use it. So the idea of the foils of Kylo Ren, who was born into this great family and was supposed to be something special, turning evil, versus Rey, who's an orphan and has nothing, and should be no one, and then her being his adversary. It's very it fits really, really well in terms of character foil.
Yeah.
But then they just decided not to do that because they wanted her to be able to shoot death lightning.
That's
Or something.
Annoying.
really stupid.
I hate that for you.
I thank you. I appreciate your condolences very much.
It sucks.
Alright.
Season 6. It's contested, guys. You're laughing, but I'm serious. I mean, American Horror Story has always been it'll flash back to different time periods in history to develop the story. Specifically, it takes place in Roanoke, Virginia, or in Virginia, right? And talks about the lost colony of Roanoke. I'm having a hard time articulating. It will flash back to the first people who came to the United States from England, with Kathy Bates as this matriarch, and they have these weird accents, and they're like, "We doth begun our hunt in the forest with the axe for the boar," and also Lady Gaga's there and she plays a woods witch. Anyway, my point being, I hope that Pilgrim is not that, because I didn't like that season at all. Anyway.
I mean, that's what I think of when you say Pilgrim in New England.
Right.
What's the indigenous representation like in that?
Not at all.
Oh my god.
0.
Oh my fucking god.
Exactly 0.
God. Fucking Christ.
And that show is generally okay, especially after around season 3 at racial inclusivity or ethnic inclusivity, and it's always been great about LGBT because Ryan Murphy's gay. So there's always been lots, and so is Sarah Paulson.
Also, gay people are scary.
That too. Yes. So so it's always been really good on that side, but yeah, Roanoke has 0 indigenous representation.
Wow.
Which is a huge bummer.
Yeah, I mean, that's
even the witch, even the indigenous witch is all played by a white lady.
Yeah.
Really? It's played by Lady Gaga. Why would you do that? I mean, I can also see how it would be kind of problematic to insinuate, indigenous people are magical, witches, but they're just not there. They're just,
literally
not there at all.
Oh my gosh.
Seems like a mistake.
Yeah.
All of it. That whole season seems like a mistake.
Agreed. Hot take. What else was I going to say? Oh, I agree about the big head. And here's the thing. I actually love, very small baby toys. Especially ones, I think of, Fisher-Price, because they're big, and they're usually, plastic, and, think of, a giraffe for a 1-year-old. It's, big and cute, and, chibi-fied.
Like a plastic one, or a...
Plastic giraffe. You hear what I'm saying? In terms of sensory toys, they're great. You can chew on them, and you won't choke. That's the point. And that's why their heads are so big, is so that the babies don't eat them.
It just seems like a hazard.
What?
What do you think the baby's gonna do with
It's
it?
the opposite of a hazard.
They're heavy. If the body is a soft, some baby dolls are fabric body and plastic head, and so
I hate those.
the head's top heavy. You can swing it around.
Honestly, I feel like that's good practice for an actual baby.
Probably.
Yes,
babies raising babies, because when
these
they're first born, they
3-year-olds
don't have
need
any
practice
extra.
handling babies.
Yes.
I remember the moment that I realized that when I was a kid. I was a little child and I was playing with a baby doll and I was like, I'm a child. Why am I pretending to be a mother? And now guess where I am now.
Fuck the patriarchy.
All right. Well,
I just thought it was weird.
It is kind of
why
weird.
of all
It
things
is
am I
weird.
playing with
I
a
mean,
baby?
It makes sense because
It is weird.
if you're young and your games are replicating what you see, and so if you're a child with a young mother or and you have a mom, that's what you see, right? Especially if you have younger siblings, is you see a caretaker situation, right? So you're I want to be like Mom, I want to do this. But if your mom's a lawyer, why don't we get you a tiny briefcase and a pair of glasses? And you can pretend to be a lawyer, you know?
And also, if I saw Mom, taking care of Emily when she was a baby, trying, it's a lot of fucking work to like change all those diapers and stuff. Like, I think I had the thought, like, why would I want to do this? It seems like a lot of work. Like,
Also, I mean, we could absolutely talk about like how gendered it is.
Oh,
yeah.
That like, you know, girls are given dolls and they're considered to be like, this is a matronly, like, this is a mothering thing that is inherent to women, but we don't give boys dolls.
We give boys extremely violent toys.
Right.
Like Nerf guns.
It's not his fault, he's a boy.
Yeah.
This is all very passe, like, you know, the world's 100 years beyond this argument, but I just like to point it out, you know, for the basics around, like me.
Why not?
You know, that's why I did like Barbies, and like in defense of Barbie, yeah, extremely like sexualized and idealized like version of a woman. But the point of Barbies wasn't to take care of it; it was to make stories, which I thought was cool.
That's why I like them.
Yeah.
Well, not even necessarily for the stories, but for like the Sims factor.
Yeah.
This is where you live, and this is what you wear,
Mm-hmm.
and this is what you do, and this is your boyfriend, and this is your girlfriend, and this is what, you know.
It's world building, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tried to get us. Fuck you guys.
And then by the time it was like, okay, now we can actually play, I was like, I'm bored. I'm going outside to pretend like I'm a Native American and not wearing any shoes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, that's what I
No, you're
like
right.
to do.
You're right. I understand. Yeah.
I wanted to be Pocahontas.
A media thing.
It was the only representation of Native Americans I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was fucking terrible.
Yeah, seriously.
Fucking